Namaste. So, continuing what I started in the last video, if you are looking at a set of data points as your primary or the only input for the system to figure out the domain knowledge and the reasoning involved in making decisions or in performing a task, as I said, one main problem is that the data points can capture different kinds of relationships, not necessarily want only what you wanted. Theoretically, if you have an infinite number of data points, the possibility is that the curve actually is the curve that you wanted to uh, fit, is the curve that you will actually get. But that in practice is not the case. This is again for two reasons. One, you will only have finite data points at any point in time, no matter how large your data set is. Second, there will be lots of errors and lots of outliers. There are lots of deviations from what is intended in any data set. This can happen intentionally. Somebody could actually modify the data set to favor something. It could happen unintentionally, accidental case, somebody entered the data wrong and those kind of problem. And these are all very well known in AI parlance, data cleaning, data sanitization and all that. There is also the possibility that lot of, let's say, random or natural deviations also get captured. So let's say you have a stomach problem and you take some paracetamol, okay, which is actually meant for fever, and it turns out that in 2 days you are okay. Now, no doctor would actually correlate paracetamol with stomach problem, and in this case it wasn't correlated. It was actually that there was some digestive problems or something, and 2 days apne up on its own it went away. But you had taken paracetamol, so the system could build a link saying paracetamol has actually been useful in solving the stomach problem. Now, if this happens one data point in a million entries, it will possibly get overlooked. Okay, statistically, it will become very insignificant. It will get overlooked. But for whatever reason, suppose there were hundreds of them or thousands of them, incidentally, whatever. Okay, then it is possible for that the system will actually link these two things, which you possibly never wanted. So the what kind of relationships the system is observing, what kind of relationships it is choosing to take in favor of other relationships is largely determined by the system. And that is not necessarily what you might want the system to learn. So when you are actually teaching the system your knowledge or a subject, you have actually distilled this model. Okay, not the data or the behavior. We have taken the model, and that is what you are conveying to the system, to the users or to your learners, and they also understand the model, try to predict what behavior that will exhibit. You can use that to validate whether your model is doing what it is supposed to do. Okay, validate in the sense not prove, but cross check that it is actually consistent. But what we are doing is going to the extreme that I will only give you the behavior, you figure out what could be the knowledge that actually drives you. So this is this challenge leads to multiple issues. One, since the knowledge that is inferred by the system is buried in those neural network weight, which runs into millions or even billions of numbers, it is very difficult to figure out what kind of relationship the system has actually inferred. Okay, leading to the explainability problem. And there is no visible representation, so there is no way for anybody to go and check whether the system actually has inferred the right kind of patterns or the unwanted, undesirable kind of patterns. And this is why sometimes system is unintentionally going and doing predictions which we don't want it to do. Okay, and you say that the discriminations are coming, some category of people are being favored over another category of people. All this is coming because of this implicit learning of the knowledge from the data points. Ideally, we would like these data points to be augmented with some domain knowledge, some at least a commonsensical information as to how things work in the world, and therefore to kind of moderate the learning that takes place from the data. Okay, so this is actually the challenge of data-driven learning. And as I hinted at little earlier, if somebody were to tamper with this data, the system won't know. So I give the usual example that if you modify the data in such a way that a lot of male people have you mark the pregnancy flag as yes. Okay, so you pick some of the males and said that the pregnancy is yes. So the system has no way to understand that males cannot have that. So there is no domain knowledge. There is no way to check whether something is invalid in the real life. The system would actually go ahead and with the make inferences. Now, in a huge database, which is what is driving the neural nets, it is very hard to go and check whether something like this has not happened or not. So you have a weapon which is very vulnerable to attack, right? So if the data set gets modified for whatever reason, intentionally or unintentionally, what you are learning could be completely off. Neither the data is verifiable, nor the knowledge that is learned is verifiable. So only when it shows some unwanted, undesirable behavior, you say, oh, what happened to this? Let's pull down everything and redo. So this is a challenge that the current AI is still looking at it. So all the excitement about explainable AI and all that is basically coming from there. There was an interesting paper which I came across the other day. It is called the single pixel effect or something like that. And this was in a study which took a image recognition, deep learning based image recognition system, and tried to alter a single pixel from that image and see how the recognition would change. Most cases you don't expect any major changes to happen because there are so many millions of pixels there. 1 pixel here or there doesn't possibly won't matter. But the interesting part of the study was that when you experiment with all the different pixels, they could find some pixels. Okay, so just one pixel, you modify the color value or the color gradient, and the system's recognition, completely different output is produced. So if something is like a monkey is the picture, you might actually say that it is a giraffe or something like that. Okay, that much difference in the prediction has been found with just one pixel modification in the input image. It is not some random pixel. It requires a lot of study to figure out which is that pixel which can do that. But this has been noticed. I think it's called 1 pixel effect or something like that. Okay. Now, for a human being, whichever is 1 pixel that you modify, I'm sure that we will not make that kind of misjudgment, right? So I think these are some of the things that we will need to look at while we are looking at the new AI. Okay. So take care while you are experimenting. But there is so much more to learn, so much more to understand.